Yo, 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 it's Troy. Here are my mans, DJ Reezey, Rashawn, go by many names. We here to bring y'all another conversation, holistic conversation about health and wellness. Um, so Reez, anything you want to say to the people before we get started?
You saw I go by two names. That's peace. You feel me? Also, this is love. That's holisticness. You know what I'm saying? That's power. So when you see me on the street, that's what we doing.
Whole lot of. But starting off, for the people who don't know, let them know how you got into your wellness journey, your health.
I was before they was mad at Hotep niggas for being Hotep niggas.
Mm-hmm.
Them Hotep niggas was scaring me. And then health and wellness just became a part of what I was scared into becoming.
Mm.
The long story is it just made sense for me to do certain things in my life if I was going to have like a spiritual alignment. And then overnight I was like, yo, I'm just on this wave, period. And so both of those two things combined, you get me where I am today.
Right. So in that, would you say, I know the answer to this, but was the transition difficult and
easy?
It was butter. Can't believe it. Well, what helped you maintain and sustain that transition?
So basically something happened where I thought about like meat and animals. Well, the first thing is being vegetarian. I was always like active, hype young bull, jogging, running, parkour, martial arts, biking, partying. I was always active and hype. Mm-hmm. But the diet shift came not because it was like, yo, this food is unhealthy, oh my God, you shouldn't eat it. The diet shift came from the 42 ideals of Ma'at. I peeped that and I was like, oh, I understand what's being communicated. It wasn't necessarily like don't eat meat. I just understand the lifestyle and the principles that were being communicated. And I just began to have a different relationship with Ka and animism. Ka is like a life force, and animism, you could say, is understanding that everything has some sort of like spiritual energy. So I was like, I get it. I'm good. I'm going to just eat what the earth provides. And I'm going to tear out some eggs too. So I'm not vegan, but that started my journey. And then all of those other things combined with me being an environmentalist and an organizer was just being the lifestyle versus just living a life.
Okay. And as you made these changes and implemented this new foundation, what were some of the benefits that you noticed?
Yeah, like my chest, I could breathe. So it was this one time where I was like, I'm gonna have a cheesesteak. It's my last cheesesteak. And I was doing parkour. And I actually wasn't fully able to take a full breath. It's not possible. Like, it just actually wasn't possible. And I was like, oh, I get it. I feel the effect of food in a specific way. Just in my chest. We ain't even talking about my stomach.
Right.
But it's been so long that I feel like, damn, it's been so long. And so we're talking like, how old was I then? I'm like 14, 15 years old. And with that cheesesteak experience that I'll never forget. However, since now, or leading up until now, the benefit is just like feeling light. Mm-hmm. Just always feeling light. Never really feeling heavy. Weighed down. Having energy. Feeling good. And tasting God. There's something about having a really rich meal where like every color, every flower, every beautiful thing that is the planet Earth, you can get in a smoothie. Like when you take that sip, it's like, ah. So yeah, it's those things.
And have you always been athletic, and in that
Yeah.
in that particular aspect, what did you notice a shift?
Yeah. I mean, my shift was probably like just being a lot more light in my chest.
Mm-hmm.
I would say that much. Like mucus, inflammation, clear bronchial tubes. I know directly, not eating meat, the grease, all of that. Like, if I were to explain with my body how my lungs feel, that's how my lungs feel. So that would be that's the direct benefit.
Okay. As far as do you have any guilty pleasures or what they call cheat days and stuff like that?
Yeah.
Talk to me. What you get into?
I love cookies.
Chocolate chip?
But that's regular to me. Your libido is high when you live healthy. So if it's not put into your creative focus, then it'll throw you off with food. It'll throw you off with relationships. Like somebody will call you, you angry. You feel me? And they ain't even say nothing. It'll throw you off with your work schedule. And and yeah,
just saw the homie pull down the block.
Now.
Family.
What? And like yesterday, I had a pizza and some fries.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck, I do that for. But I'm trying to settle something.
Okay.
And I preferred that experience because it allowed me to like settle it.
Mm-hmm.
Even though it's not settled, because I still got to work it off. I still got to pass the bow. I still got to do the exercise. But that's probably what I needed. I needed to like give me something to do more physical activity. And then that's where you stop, because then you make excuses for yourself talking about why you did something,
Right.
But you got to have those things, because I said to Troy the other day, I was like, every time I hit a low, it's a new high, because all I've been doing is elevating.
Bars. Bullet. Yeah, I was about to. That was kind of the next question I was asking you too. Was because when people fuck up or they feel as though they did something they shouldn't, they like shame themselves.
Yeah.
They feel some type of way, and it kind of stops them from progressing.
Yeah.
And I was gonna ask you like how you deal with that, but you kind of touched on it.
Yeah. So your brain is looking through the experiences that happened and trying to blame a moment.
Mm-hmm.
And so when you in that moment or that space of going through, damn, I shouldn't have did this, I know for me, just last week, I can name every single person that threw my schedule off. And that's saying my name in a bunch of different ways to try to put it on somebody else. Because for real, how I engaged all of those particular people was from me not being focused and centered and square. I just want to show y'all this, right? Niggas do this. Niggas double park next to a parking space
All the time.
I just wanted to do that, because that's what real niggas do that. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, that was an important drawing, because don't be that person. Anyway, so you go through those moments where you'll try to say that, if I could have just scheduled this the way I wanted to, or if such and such hadn't da 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 da, then I would be okay. Well, really, it ain't real if it's not challenging you or if it's not testing you. So, yeah, I had those moments where I try to identify where I went wrong by playing the blame game in my mind, and then I ultimately find where I went wrong. And then I channel that energy for the future. I'm like, all right, cool. I just know I need to stay on my game and keep moving forward. It's a challenge, though.
Okay. Good on time. Good on time. All right. So, do you have any advice to the people who trying to get on their healthies, trying to make it happen?
It's first of all, it's not about how you look; it's about how you feel.
Big facts.
That's the first thing.
100%. Internal wellness.
That's the first thing. The second thing is, what do you do? That's the most important thing. What do you do? And you'll learn once you build this relationship with your body, how the things you will do for your body will help you better perform those tasks, right? So if you're a seamstress, if you're a musician, if you're an educator, what are the things that you know that are going to benefit to your most productive self? What's the diet that you know gives you the most energy, makes you feel the most personable and social? If you're, if whatever you do, you need to figure that out for yourself and then explore the realm. It's going to take time. It's not going to be like, I figured out my recipe last week. This is going to be the recipe that I use for the rest of my life. Like, right. You don't grow if that's the case. You might have some weeks where it's like, I did smoothies every day in the morning, and for a week, oh my God, it was lovely, or it was this. The next week, you're going to have a different bowel movement schedule because your body is different. The same thing where if you decided to go to sleep at a certain time. The same thing if you decided to exercise at a certain time. But those things, the ripple effect or the positive effects change throughout time to really change what might be a ritual for you, or it might change what becomes a routine for you. So first of all, like I said, it's not about how you look, it's about how you feel. Second of all, it's about what you do. And then the third thing is doing the best to support what you do and making sure that you feel the best while doing it. That's a process. I just say take your time.
So, talking about habits and things of that nature involving that, what are some, in this, Mental Awareness Health Month?
Right.
Self-care, whatever day. So speaking on that, what are some of your habits that keep you mentally grounded and pursuing your purpose?
A high supreme being put me on yoga, so I do that every morning. That's popping. I'm breathing, I'm stretching, I'm exercising all at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
So that's a good grounding, centering activity. The dumb shit that people experience in life. I'm not gonna say the dumb shit people do. I'm gonna say the dumb shit people experience in life puts me on to staying focused. For example, if I know that the people, the children, indigenous folk, if I know something is happening against them, that's a reminder. All right, cool. Continue working. If I'm witnessing people experience things happen to them at a government level where they have no control over it, i.e. myself at the same time, that's more inspiration and motivation to be like, yo, you can't slack. Versus the entertainment that I see. The entertainment that I see that people post online is good, but it feels like it's allowing the truth to condense upon the reality. So our realities we create, like TikTok, all that shit, right? But while we're doing that, whoever is not for us is slowly encroaching upon our inability to really do this shit for free.
Mm-hmm.
Or we'll be just doing this to avoid the reality that is encroaching upon us. And so I'm saying that because entertainment on social media is good for a little bit, but the news and people doing action-oriented things makes me feel motivated and inspired to continue my focus. What'd you ask again? That was one part.
Habits.
Right.
That keep you on your...
Right. So I have a habit of checking in and tuning out and then tapping in whenever I'm like in the social media realm. That's one. Another habit other than yoga and the tapping in and out is sometimes you got to take a break and come back.
What you eat naturally brings you back to focus. So once you know that about food, you get the right food, you create a habit and a ritual around that. Like I juice, I make smoothies, I eat healthy, I eat vegan at home. And then when I'm out, I'll eat cheese and eggs. But anything that's in my house is plant-based. So if I only have that to eat in my house, it's not really like, I've been finding that I've been trying to escape myself. That's why I go get pizza, because I'm like, God damn, I ain't got nothing to take me out from being so focused.
You do that.
Yo, literally, you hear that? I'm on top of my shit, and then I'll say to myself, dang.
That's a conversation in itself. Like, niggas be afraid of their own greatness. Like, really tapping into the best, like living their best life. They be like, this is too lit. This is too crazy.
I need some greasy food.
Yo, I did it myself. You know what I'm saying? Like, when I first started my journey, it was like, yo, this is too real. Like, I'm not even in the position to know what to do with all this energy / how to apply it to my life.
Yeah, your unleveled up self can't imagine how your leveled up self can do so much. And to try to see the future from your unleveled up self and build for your level up self in your unleveled up mindset, you're going to trick yourself into like staying at the level. And then you're going to do things at the level that make you feel good because at least you're leveling up by acknowledging that you want to level out. And it's really a mind game. You will trick yourself. It's crazy.
Right.
You will create.
That reminds me of like, sometimes when you listen to people or you get information and you're not ready to apply it, then it's just like, what was the point of hearing the information if you're not going to use it? Like, the information in itself is like stagnating you because you don't know how to apply it. And it's like,
Right.
That's scary too. It's like, why did I even watch this or listen to this? But oh yeah. Resources. You got resources for the people as far as that is kind of in conjunction with the advice of like how to be healthy, but resources to be healthy.
I mean, other than like food and stuff like that, grocery stores, I don't. So based on my life, because it's not like I go to a program. It's not like I'm in a little club, membership fees. I don't go to the gym. Resources is social media, because you can follow the real sexy boy or the real sexy girl and be like, damn, I need to get right. You can follow the food joint and be like, that's a real healthy meal. You can follow the people that talk and be like, that's a good perspective. You feel me? You can do that. You can create little group chats where you share that with your people. You feel me? You could share your progress and all of those things. I would say the best resource for motivation purposes, for inspiration purposes, is following the people that you see and seek to emulate activities from, because they're showing consistency and growth.
Mhm.
And it's a plethora of that online. There's so much of that online. And then once you do that, you feel me? You have to become your resource. Like I said, like if you get the right things in your fridge, that's your resource. Whenever you feel like, boom, go right to the fridge. So yeah, I mean, especially right now, because ain't nobody about to go to no gym, get no personal trainer, nobody's about to do any of that. So you have to be that. And like I said, social media is the challenge because it'll pull you out of reality and all of that stuff. But if you have discipline, you can utilize it for improving your life.
So, in conclusion, your net worth is your net worth. You feel me? And on the social media point, like, a lot of y'all be following thousands of people, and I be thinking to myself, like, how do your timeline look with all these people? I know you don't know all these people. It's crazy on your timeline. But look, a lot of people don't know you can mute niggas. If you ain't fucking with niggas, excuse my language. If you ain't vibing with people like that, you feel me? Mute them. Mute them. You can still follow them, but mute them. You don't have to see it. You feel me? Or just mute they posts. You could choose mute they posts or mute they stories. You know what I'm saying? And cleanse your timeline. If people ain't reciprocating, if they ain't on the same type time as you, if they celebrities, like, and it ain't really adding to your life, like, why? If it's not adding to your empowerment and overall well-being / goals, then it's like, let's get that out of there. If that's your goal, you feel me? So, you got any last words? Anything you want to ask me or last words before we get up out of here?
Yeah, listen, like that's it. I love y'all. Stay healthy. You know, did you break down healthy to them yet?
No.
Heal thy.
Self. Heal thyself, know thyself.
Healthy self.
That's the first step.
So listen, if you want to eat healthy, you want to be healthy, it's a process of healing. And even if you want to play with the words and do the double E, you know what I'm saying, to heal, that's to slow down. That's to relax. That's to rest. You feel me? So even if you own your health tip, it's okay to heal.
Reflect. Journal.
So my last words would be, listen, break down that word healthy. Heal thyself for a healthy self.
Facts.
Do what works for you. It's not about how you look, it's about how you feel. Make sure you're able to do the best you can do by preparing to do the best you can do. And you are your own resource now, so make it happen.
And on that note, folks, out of here. I'll let y'all real soon on the next episode of Wholistic Talks with your boy,